Welcome back to the Virtual CISO. My name is Olivia. And before we begin season 4, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've been on together. When this podcast started, the focus was helping organizations navigate some of the most important foundation of security and compliance. We talked about governance, we talked about risk, controls, compliance, cloud security, security architecture, and how to build programs that create confidence rather than simply satisfying requirements. Because for a long time, that was the conversation our industry needed. How do we build strong foundations? How do we scale securely? How do we move from compliance activities to meaningful risk management? But something has changed, not just in cybersecurity, but in business itself. We are entering an era where AI is changing how organizations operate, where identities outnumber people, where trust relationships are expanding faster than security teams can map them, and where some of the biggest security decisions are no longer purely technical. They are business decisions, leadership decisions, trust decisions, and that's why this season exists. Because I don't believe we are simply experiencing another technology shift. I think we're witnessing a fundamental change in how enterprise security works. This season, we're going to explore what happens when the traditional perimeter disappears, when AI enters the organization faster than governance can keep up, when third-party ecosystems becomes larger than the organizations themselves, and when security leaders are asked to balance innovation, resilience, trust, growth, all at the same time. We'll talk about AI governance, identity as the new perimeter, zero trust beyond the buzzword, cloud-native security at scale, third-party risk in increasingly connected ecosystems, the operational realities facing security teams, executive influence, and what it means to be a modern CISO in a world defined by constant change. But more importantly, we'll talk about what actually works, not theory, not vendor marketing, not security theater, the real-world operating models, decisions, and leadership principles that help organizations navigate uncertainty. Because I think the next decade of security will be defined by a handful of important ideas that we'll explore throughout this season. Most organizations think they have AI strategy. What they actually have is AI adoption. The goal of zero trust is not to eliminate trust. The goal is to eliminate blind trust. Cloud-native security isn't about securing infrastructure, it's about securing velocity. Most organizations don't have a third-party risk problem, they have a visibility problem. Burnout is often treated as a people problem. In reality, it's frequently an architecture problem. And perhaps most importantly, the future CISO will spend less time managing technology and more time managing trust, because trust is becoming the defining theme of modern security. Trust in AI, trust in identities, trust in vendors, trust in systems, trust in leadership, and ultimately, trust is the decision organizations make every single day. The organizations that thrive over the next decade won't simply be the most secure, they'll be the most trusted, and the leaders who create that trust will shape the future of our industry. Welcome to season 4. My name is Olivia and I'm your host for this season.